Here's Ray's weekly recap for week 13, the final week of the fall sessions before we move into our winter break camps, and then obviously our winter session starting up in January. And this week's skating theme was crossovers for the third time in the fall, and then the gameplay theme is sharp angle scoring. So the acceleration / agility drill is one of my absolute favorites, accelerating V-start through the two sticks, and then truly a foot speed drill to see whether you could get one crossover in one direction and then multiple, minimum of two crossovers in the other direction, all in the limited space you have before the next two sticks, stopping and exploding through, back down to the bottom, starting again. Moving on to our speed with the puck, one of our absolute classics and one of the most important drills where you're just working on in one direction, stick handling and drawing your attention while you cross, pulling it out wide to one hand, and then crossing out as you make that move inside out, and of course the opposite direction as well. Now moving into shooting, since it's the final week, we would definitely need to make sure we get some slap shots in. So we're working on the two-touch slap shot from the proper wing. So receiving the pass, and of course, because being on your proper wing, needing to move around the puck and rotate to get that slap shot off in a two-touch manner. We're also shooting it from a bit of a sharp angle here, like our gameplay theme of scoring from sharp angles. Now, we also mixed in the old fake shot in that exact same position where you stop the puck, you rotate around and come down and hit the ice behind the puck, and then rotate your feet and make the pass back. So both the two-touch slap shot and the two-touch slap shot fake from that wing. With stick handling, now we're getting rid of kind of like the flips and the drags and stuff, and just moving into puck speed with a 360 around one, 360 around both, 360 around all three, switch to the other side, just super fast hands, and try to execute as fast as you can. And what you find is in there, to get around the puck, you're doing a little toe drag, you're doing a little backhand toe drag and pull. You're mixing in all the different elements just to accomplish that pattern, and now really just trying to see how fast you can go and how creative and which elements you can use. That brings us finally to our gameplay. One gameplay drill was to just receive a hot pass down low on a sharp angle and see if you could sneak it in, top bunk, right in that little window, whether the goalie's playing VH or RVH or overlap. There's often a window just over the shoulder. You see a ton of players scoring there, and announcers are always saying, he had absolutely nothing to shoot at. How did he find that spot? But that spot exists. And goalie coaches, I ask goalie coaches all the time to tell me, how do you stop that? I want to understand what they're teaching and what they're trying to accomplish. And many of them say that you put your head in that spot. And I think just the fact that if that is the answer, if the head is the answer, that brings the center of gravity over to the post. We know that goalies need to be ready to push across the net for those passes or for dekes, and your upper body and your center of gravity has to be starting to lean in that direction before you can pull. So the head and shoulders are the first thing to start moving, thus why even if they're supposed to have their head on the post, it often doesn't stay there. You see it even at the NHL levels. Lots and lots of shots go into that spot in that corner, but it starts with practice and being able to make sure you can hit that spot instead of it just going the perimeter around the glass. The other gameplay drill is a 2v1 that starts below the goal line. So the forward who's screening in front of that goes and grabs the puck below the goal line, and then there's a player on their team coming into the slot and also a defender checking them back, and it's up to the player who goes behind the net under the goal line to get the puck above the goal line, get themselves to be an actual shooting threat, because while you're below the goal line, there's no reason to attack you and leave the man open. As soon as you move above the goal line, you're a shooting threat. It's more likely that the D will come to you, leaving the pass open, or if they don't come to you, at least you have a shot. And what a coincidence, it's a sharp angle chance, which plays right into our gameplay theme of the week. Guys, as always, do not forget about the homework right at the bottom of the first page in the newsletter, and get your stick handling work in, your shooting work in, your mobility work in, and of course the game sense. I got a treat for you guys with the game sense homework. There's a treat. You're gonna have to go do it if you're gonna see the treat. It's pretty special. Have a great week. Merry Christmas, everybody. We'll see you back in the new year when we start week 1 of the winter with Ray's Weekly Winter.